Oh, motherfuck! Okay, let's just start the show with a bang, dude. Freaking Elias Iagnemma just put together all 5 pieces of Exodia and won the climbing game. The game. Oh, shit, dude. I just lost the game. I just lost the game. That was like a 5-year record, man. I'm so sorry to do that to all of you. Anyways, who cares about that? What matters is we just got the first ever proposal of a 9A plus V18 Boulder. Yeah, dude, we made it. We got V18 before we got GTA 6. It's not particularly surprising. I mean, 8C V15 is easy now. The meta is changing, and with it is the grade cap, which is going up by a point. That's cool. That's cool. I'm using gaming terms now for like no reason. But I know what you guys want. You want details. So details is what I'm gonna give you. So Elias Iagnemma just sent his extremely long-term project, which he's called Exodia. And look, everyone is immediately going to want to talk about the grade, but let's just hold off on that for like a single second. And let's just appreciate what this freaking rock looks like, dude. I mean, the line looks amazing. There's white streaks all over the place. The thing looks super yellow with like extra little green flecks and these super cool dark black bits that almost look wet. And then there's the name. Like, it's such a good freaking name. First proposal of a 9A V18, and the name he gives it is a reference to a Yu-Gi-Oh card that wins you any duel if you manage to draw all 5 parts. And on top of that, the rock actually kinda sorta matches the card's color scheme. Like, can we appreciate that for a second? Like, that's pretty freaking cool. I don't know, like, maybe I'm just a bit of a nerd, but it's pretty freaking sick. Anyways, okay, the grade. It's what everyone mostly cares about, and the question on everyone's minds is the grade gonna stick? The answer definitively is, I don't know. I have no idea. But there are a few things we can talk about, starting with Elias's resume. So the dude only sent 3 8C plus V16 boulders, one of which was an FA, Ganesh, which he did in 2022, Joya, which he downgraded to 8C slash plus after finding an E-bar beta, and then Ephira, which took him like 9 sessions to do in apparently terrible conditions. He also sent Burden of Dreams, used a completely different beta from everyone else, and did it at a time when rocks had been stacked at the base of the boulder, making the first move a little bit easier. Burden took him 25 sessions to do. His only other 9A V17 is an FA, the Big Slam, which took him 35 days in total. So, whether or not Burden was made slightly easier for him, he still did it. And I'm not sure the way he did it would be enough to merit a downgrade to 8C+, especially given the time frame with which he took to do Ephira. So, regardless of what you think of the style of his Burden send, I think he's still strong enough to do 9A V17 in around 20 to 35 sessions, more or less. Exodia, however, reportedly took Elias 200, which yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That seems to me like a significant step up in difficulty. Not to mention it was also an unfinished Christian Core project. And Christian Core being an absolute goddamn legend, same guy who did the FA of Joya back in like I think 2008, don't quote me on that. So, is this boulder hard enough to merit the upgrade to 9A+? Yeah, I think so. Look at the progression we saw from 8B V13 to 8C plus V16. From 1992 to 2004, we got new grades every 4 years. Then there was a whole weird period of trying to get our shit together and figure out what V15 8C meant. When Nale, god damn it, Nale, we miss you, was like, fuck this. We're stuck, and V15 8C is too wide a range, and he proposed 9A V17 and melted everyone's heads. I think what's more interesting to talk about is how the style of the strongest climbers in the world has changed over time, so things that we think were a certain grade are now harder for the young guns. The question is Elias strong at the new style or the old? And would someone who is incredibly technical, like say Dave Graham, think Exodia is 9A+, or would he come in and downgrade the ever-living shit out of it? It's kind of like what Ben and Noah Wheeler said in the Test Piece podcast a while back. Climbs that more old-school climbers find easy, like Daniel Wood's on Hypnotized Minds, are extraordinarily hard for the more jumpy board-style climbing of the newer generations. So while D. Woods reportedly still thinks Hypno might not deserve 8C+, the people who have gotten most of their strength from board climbing do. Same with Defying Gravity, right? It's not a coincidence that a super board climbing style boulder was very rarely repeated until now, when everyone who trains on boards non-stop finds it a lot easier to do. So yeah, I don't know, it just kind of adds to the mysteriousness of grades. Like in my experience, I get my ass kicked in fonts, vert, and slab climbs, but many of its more overhung stuff feels kind of soft. Why? Because style. People who sent severe overhanging stuff as FA sucked at it, just like how I suck at slabs. Either way, this is a huge milestone in climbing. It's massive news. It's a very deserved congratulations to Elias. Also a ballsy move from him, given how much this climb will be scrutinized. It's an incredible boulder that will for sure garner a lot of attention from people who will absolutely want to go and try it. I mean, pro climbers are sharks, dude. There's V18 blood in the water. I can smell a feeding frenzy coming, just like with Burden. So I'm sure we'll get reports of people getting on it soon, and I really, really freaking hope there's a video coming, because I want to see what the hell this thing actually looks like. It's gonna be awesome. Next, and we gotta move on to talk about Malta, where Jakob Schubert has gotten the first repeat of Mount Doom 9A V17. Yeah, it's November. We've already gotten 2 9A repeats. This is insanity. So Mount Doom, probably one of the best 9A boulders out there right now. It is forever gonna be a massive regret that I put it as low as I did on my rankings list. I really, really fucked up with that one. It's definitely one of the best climbs, not just at the grade, but in the world. I mean, I just freaking look at it, and then look at me. I'm a dumbass. So not sure how many sessions this dude took to do the boulder, but we do know that this puts him on a list of only 9 other people to have done 2 or more 9A V17 boulders, which is not insignificant given that he's also one of only 3 people to send 9C 515D with BIG, putting him very firmly in the running for greatest climber of all time. Honestly, with his track record in comp sport climbing, now this, like, I mean, you could say he's like just below Adam Ondra. I honestly can't think of anyone who deserves the number 2 spot more at this point. I might be forgetting someone. I'm, currently kind of running on like 4 hours of sleep right now. I don't really know which way is up or down, or left, or who cares. If I forgot someone that is definitely a contender for number 2, please forgive me. Point is, he did the super hard boulder. He's established himself as one of the greatest climbers to ever live, yet again. And he gave us a little bit of insight into Iagnemma possibly working on this thing, because apparently she broke a hold that ended up making Jakob have to come up with a new sequence that took him an extra 2 sessions to figure out, which means either Iagnemma is sent and is sitting on the news, or she's getting close and is sitting on the news. Either way, she's sitting on some news, because we can't forget that she's already done the stand of this thing. It's hide and seek, which she did it like a year ago, more or less, actually almost exactly a year ago. And seeing how strong she's been looking on everything else she's tried, how much endurance she seems to have, and how sustained this boulder is, like, it's pretty much her jam as much as it is Jakob's. So maybe I'm about to get Rabbitude yet again. God, that would suck. Please, please, please don't do that to me. Just wait. Just wait until like freaking Thursday and then post about it. Like, Thursday afternoon would be fucking perfect. Please. And then in news I probably shouldn't be touching with a 10-foot pole, but I will because I think it's important to talk about. God, why am I doing this to myself? Sarah Blair Coyle stirred up some drama. She posted that not 24 hours after her send of Birch problem, some guy went and retroactively downgraded his proposal of V14 to V13, which is something that apparently has happened to her every single time she's ever broken into a new grade. Something that, while she didn't explicitly call out as sexist, was heavily implied to be so. So as soon as she did that, 3 things happened. The first is that everyone lost their fucking minds. The second is that everyone immediately found the guy in question, Jordan Shepard. And the third is that Courtney Arnold, another woman who sent the problem, came to his defense to say he was psyched for her when she sent, and that the dude just had terrible timing and isn't actually a sexist piece of shit. So, here's what we know. Birch Problem has gotten a ton of proposals, from V11 by Sam Davis to V14, now by Sierra, and previously by Jordan. We know that both Jordan and Courtney think the problem is V13, and that they thought that that was the case before Sierra sent, and that Sierra is seemingly now the only person to think Birch Problem is V14. Do I doubt Sierra's honesty in her grading? Absolutely not. If it was harder for her than any other problem she's done, enough to the point that she thinks it merits that grade, she can 100% take that grade. Do I think Jordan's downgrade came from a place of sexism? No. No, not really. There's tons of reasons for retroactively downgrading stuff, and I think woman bad at climbing isn't the only one. Terrible timing without knowledge that Sierra sent? Maybe. Downgrading because he realized the boulder got another V14 proposal when he didn't believe it should merit that number himself, changed it without thinking of the implications of it or how it would actually affect Sierra, far more likely. But that's just pure speculation on my end. What's really the issue here, and hugely important to talk about, is the fact that Sierra's knee-jerk reaction to seeing this was to think it came from a place of maliciousness. Look, I don't know Sierra personally, but I don't want to and cannot imagine the amount of hate and bullshit she's had to deal with from the climbing world just because she's a woman. We like to pretend that climbing doesn't have a sexism problem because the best women and the best men are incredibly close to each other in terms of level. We like to pretend that Lynn Hill doing the nose didn't royally piss off a ton of very fragile egos and that she didn't receive a ton of crap for what she did. We like to pretend that there isn't a sexism issue in this sport, and yet literally a 5-minute look through Michaela Kirsch's Instagram page where she calls it out on all her posts will show you otherwise. At this point, seeing all the information that's come out about this drama, I am quite sure that Sierra made a mistake in calling out the retroactive downgrade and that it's just a horribly misconstrued situation. This one specifically. The fact, though, that the mistake even had to be made in the first place, that there are people out there who disrespect her opinion on the difficulty of a climb or her ability to climb a certain grade purely based on the fact that she is a woman, is a huge fucking bullshit issue. If you are too much of a goddamn baby to accept the fact that there are women out there who are just as strong, if not stronger than you, get the fuck out of this sport. Fuck it, unsubscribe from this channel, dude. I don't want you here. Jesus Christ, just grow up. Look, downgrades happen, but we need to be able to create a situation in which women don't and do not have to feel like the reason that downgrade occurs, if it does, is based purely on the fact that they are women. Otherwise, we can't fucking have an honest conversation about grades, and then what the fuck are we doing here? Sierra was absolutely correct in posting what she did. Calling things out like this is important. I can understand her frustration and where she's coming from and can appreciate that she didn't name the dude outright. But we as a community also need to put down the pitchfork for half a second and at least give some sort of due process before we start calling for people's heads and loss of sponsorships. But I don't know, dude. I try my best. I try my best to be as non-sexist as I possibly can. But, I also don't know what the solution is or how I can help beyond just doing this right now, which is just talking about it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all this. Will be interesting to hear your opinions. All right, let's shake things up a little and get back to some more lighthearted stuff. And this is probably the most lighthearted thing the climbing world has seen in a minute. Tim Emmet. He sent Vella 98514D. And yeah, dude, it's not the hardest grade in the world, but man, is it a heartwarming thing to hear. This dude has been trying this climb for over 8 years. 130 sessions on it. He's been posting about it on Instagram for a very, very, very long time now, and people have been following him the entire time, cheering him on, watching him have like actual breakdowns, watching him keep trying over and over and over. And yeah, man, this was gonna be his last trip. It was his last time to try this thing. It was his last go of the trip. His friend offered to drive him 2.5 hours to the airport so that he could stay behind for a little bit longer, give the route one more go. And it fucking went. Hardest thing he's done. He's in the best shape of his life, and he's 51 years old. This is honestly a story of perseverance. It's a story that should 100% inspire you to really dedicate yourself to a project. If you have one, it should show you that despite your age, you absolutely can get into incredible shape and climb hard. Like, I've been doing this for 10 years at this point. I'm 31 now, but by the time I'm 51, I'll have been climbing for 30 in total. Who knows how much I'll have learned about this sport by then and how much better it'll be. It's like, it's hugely freaking encouraging. It's awesome to know that, like, I'm not past my prime potentially. Probably, but, that's up to me at this point. Also massively cool to watch Tim get emotional on camera. He was crying. He was so happy. Like, literally, not a week has gone by since that Ben Hanna send of Grand Illusion where he also cried, and we just got another one. And it's freaking awesome. It's awesome to watch. So yeah, huge congratulations to Tim Emmet. Go check out his Instagram if you want to see what sieging a climb over 8 years looks like. It's all in there, man. It's freaking awesome. And then, dude, fucking leave it to my goddamn Nemesis to break defying gravity. I knew he couldn't be trusted. I fucking knew it. He's the worst. Yeah, Jules, talking about you, dude. What the fuck was that? If you even watched this show, I'm calling you out. It's bullshit. The hell were you thinking? I'm kidding, of course. Sometimes climbs break. It's a bummer. It also seems like it wasn't a particularly important hole. It's just kind of like an underclaim that some people use to help hold the swing. Important, yeah, but not crazy necessary. I don't think it'll change the grades. Anyways, bunch of Frenchies are in the USA, including Schalk, who brought the spots. and was wearing them on Defying Gravity, which surprisingly he didn't send with them. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but like spots lose their power or something. I don't know. I'm sure he'll be fine. He's gotta put him on again. He'll send. Anyways, also Quinn's or whatever that one dude from Tension was there. You can see him very clearly. So I'm sure that's just a coincidence. It's not like Jules Marchaland was good at board climbing or anything. Is that the Kilter 100 8As in a dude? Take that down. What the fuck am I doing, dude? He's a Nemesis. I mean, he's a Nemesis. Why am I like trying to praise the Nemesis? We're not here to praise the Nemesis. We're here to bring him down. Fuck that. Honestly, though, I can't wait to see him crush everything in the US. I hope we get some cool videos out of it. That's actually gonna be really freaking awesome. Especially if Tension makes it, man. Those guys are fucking killing it. And then Leo Thea just sent his 5th 9A route, the famed Victimas, Perez and Marchaland. And the thing of it is Leo Thea is a freaking 12-year-old, dude. I mean, what the hell? How are you 12 and already climbing 9A 514D? That's just it's craziness. Honestly, I mean, what can I add to this? Kids are strong. I mean, we just talked about Tim Emmet on the other side of the spectrum being crazy strong too. So it's more like, people are strong. It's wild. It's awesome. There's pretty rad uncut footage of the whole send on Leo's YouTube page. I'm going to put a link down below in case you want to check it out. But otherwise, yeah, man, it's good stuff to the kid. We got ourselves a new prodigy. It's exciting. But hey, that was some climbing news. Thanks as always for watching, for commenting, for liking, and subscribing, all that good stuff. I had to put this one out kind of early and quickly. So if I missed some stuff, I apologize. It'll be in the Friday show, I promise. But yeah, hoping you guys have a good week. I will see you, as I said, on Friday at the latest. But in the meantime, and as always, we'll climb some stuff.